sauce right now. Dripping in the sauce right now. Get a sprinkle up my style. I'm about to lock down. Feel like in the real life, dripping all the sauce in the good life. You shine, I shine, and ain't nobody gonna take mine. I just wanna be a boss. I will never ever fall. I feel like a boss right now. Talk to the man right now. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Feel like the man right now. Your girl on my line right now. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Shorty oughta been my me. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. She love me in the gray sweatpants. You never left, yeah. Feeling like a boss, I done made it. Get so like a spaceship. I swear my life is amazing. Blowing money, no hesitation. Up, downs, no basic. I know these be hating, but that's what made me feel like in the real life, dripping all the sauce in the good life. You shine, I shine, and ain't nobody gonna take mine. I just wanna be a boss.
All right, Coach, we're about 15 miles west of downtown Phoenix in Glendale, Arizona. So this was the scene a moment ago. The Cardinals emerging from their tunnel, and we are ready for football as the Cards get set to match up with the Los Angeles Rams. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. A big welcome back carry for David Johnson, who almost missed all of last year. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Rosen off the play action. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Mark Barron. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is, when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them, in a sense, and gotten the ball from them.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017, and I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Goff on 3rd down. Right side complete. That's Woods. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. And Zerline's kick is good. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. That's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now Rosen to throw on second down. Looking left side. That's caught by Macklin. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
It's caught. Nelson. And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. Rosen on 1st and 10. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Again, it's Rosen. Airing one out from Macklin, deep downfield. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up third down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
On third down, Rosen. David Johnson here on the catch. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. The tackle there by LaMarcus Joyner.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On second down, Johnson, and able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. They'll go with a keeper. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. A first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
And they'll throw it with Rosen. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective game nonetheless.
Now a handoff. Johnson. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Watch it now, Barney! Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinals in possession of the football. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out. They'll run it now out of the gun. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. The Cardinals on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 5.
All right, here we go. Green 39! Green 39! Detroit!
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Looking for Macklin, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mark Barron. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He was looking for Macklin that time. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And some room to roam now. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. Now a run with Geis, and the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, lift! Tiger! Lift!
To throw on 2nd down is gone. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's the first catch of the game for Kupp, and he's got a first down. On first down, this is Geis. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Geis with the carry on second down. Always got some breathing room. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Darius Geis, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Rams add on to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. They begin the drive with Johnson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Bradford on 3rd and 2. Dumping it off for Johnson. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
First down, Bradford. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mark Barron. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. A first down throw for Bradford. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Goff. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Just beating the play clock is gone. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. The Pro Bowler Patrick Peterson back deep for Arizona. So the Rams call on Johnny Hecker here to punt it away on 4th down. Back deep, Patrick Peterson. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Matt Longacre in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. From the shotgun, it's Bradford. Fitzgerald bringing it in over the middle. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
There's a reason that we talk about Larry Fitzgerald and how smart he is as a route runner, isn't there?
Yeah, and in particular, what makes him dangerous on the post.
His ability to widen a defender from the center of the field by making him think he's going to run a route that's going to go to the outer part of the field. He moves him out of the way, and it makes that one cut, right? Puts that foot in the ground, gets inside, and it's hard to go through him to try and get to the football.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Working out of the gun, Bradford. Dancing to his left. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. On 2nd down, here's Rosen. Screen play, Johnson. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Kind of surprised they accept the penalty.
The only thing that comes to mind for me is they want to move them back 5 yards because they feel good about their defense. But in most situations, you take the down. That's what counts more.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. From the gun, it's Rosen. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Aaron Donald in there yet again. What else is new as he continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Going for the deep ball. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. Taken in at the 22. A great return there of 22 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And the Rams now coming out on the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10.
17, and lift.
And the drive begins with a run by Geis. Shedding through the defense. Sheds another. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Tiger.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. So we've come to halftime. It's the visiting Rams taking the lead to the break. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The third quarter starts with a run by Gurley. And down he goes just beyond the 35, and that pretty move got him some extra space to run. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Carry now for Gurley. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
Super 1. 12.
Gone. Buying time to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory. Getting out a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Now, Barney.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And down he'll go at the 25. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They'll run it with Johnson. Oh, and now he bowls him over. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Now a play fake here on first down. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Matt Longacre in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
The Cardinals on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd down and 12.
Lucky 56.
Here's Rosen. And he's got Fitzgerald. That one will go down as 33 yards on the third down conversion. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Rosen will throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Jeremy Maclin, the intended receiver. Third down here.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
The Cardinals on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. And now it's Rosen looking. Forced out to his left. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. David Johnson, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals have cut it to within a score. And he's able to put it through. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you'd think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them. I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On second down, here's Goff. Being chased out left. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Kupp. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got some space here. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Back to the ground on first, it's Geis, and he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go. Here we go. Hard ball. Hard ball.
Here's Goff now on second down. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
The Rams on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and get it with Geis. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. Geis again. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Out of the gun. Goff steps away to his left. And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Throwing on 3rd. Goff. Dancing to his left. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the veteran Antoine Bethea.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Following the interception, Bradford. And this one complete to Jermaine Gresham. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Bradford now 4 of 5 since coming on. It's 1st and 10. They pitch it out to Johnson. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out. But I think a Cardinal was able to gain possession, yes. So they will hold on to the ball.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Here we go. 3 down, 3 down.
Now a 2nd down throw for Bradford. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. David Johnson, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Cardinals have taken the lead here in the 4th. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told them, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, This intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. To throw on second down is gone. Flush to his right. And he slides to avoid the hit. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
You got three, fellas, you got three. Go. Check 50.
On first down, it's Gurley. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
That one 28 yards on the ground. We talked early on about this defense needing to hold him under 100 yards. He's had a few good runs, but he is under 100, and maybe not coincidentally, they're trailing here in the fourth.
Well, sometimes the best plans actually do get executed, and so far they're on their game.
They'll pitch it to Kelly. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Now they'll pitch it back to Gurley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Buda Baker with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
You got 4. 3 down, Luke. 3 down.
Throwing here, Bradford, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. On third down, Johnson. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10.
Right there. 56. Go, 12.
They start on the ground with Geis. Finding some room at midfield. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go. Starting left here.
Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. Flash the stick skills on that run, but then stop shy of the 35. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Now Kelly on the toss. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Rams on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 4. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. So they took a shot there on 3rd down. Couldn't get it. Now it's 4th. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Down to a knee. Here's the Cardinals look to let the clock roll.
I don't know about you, partner, but watching them take the knee there and finish this one off, I feel like I'm going to be sore tomorrow. This was one bruising affair. Low scoring, but my kind of football.
Not a work of art, but maybe in your world, a little bit of a work of art. You like the defensive side.
I thought it was pretty. I can't help myself. I thought it was pretty.
And it ends in a kneel down as the clock rolls down to 0.